G'day to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5am Club. It's Sunday afternoon and I'm down here harbourside. As you can see, it's a bit overcast. It's been blowing a gale and it's late in the day. The sun is going down and I just dropped my youngest daughter off at Neutral Bay, and I thought I'd come down here and just crank out another 5am club, even though it's late afternoon. It's the first opportunity I've had today to get onto my phone to do a book summary. So the book that I'm going to do today is entitled The Science of Getting Rich by an author named Wallace Wattles. What an interesting name. Believe it or not, I thought I'd come down here tonight and probably find Luna Park open. It's got all these new rides and I thought I'd go for a walk around there, but sadly, no. Who would have thought the week before Christmas that Luna Park would be closed? Anyway, the world is a little bit different today to what it was when I was growing up. What I'll do is I'll just go for a walk down around the boardwalk here and see where it leads us and deliver as much as I can on this wonderful book summary entitled, once again, The Science of Getting Rich. So the author kicks off the book with a really powerful observation where he says that the objective in life is to grow and develop to your greatest potential, making full use of the gifts, the many wonderful gifts that God has endowed us with, so that we can serve both God and serve each other to our best ability. And it really puts things into perspective in terms of what our purpose is in life, what we're here to do, and how to go about living a purposeful life so that we can feel fulfilled and basically get to the end of our days and think, or at least hold account for something that we've been able to deliver and the joy that we've been able to hopefully experience and share amongst each other. Because at the end of the day, I've said it time and time again, and I'll just keep on saying it, that we are partners in each other's growth and development and stewards for doing what is pleasing to God, which is first and foremost in what should be driving us, I guess, is the point that I'm trying to make, especially for us who are of a Christian bent, who come from a Christian background. There are only two things that we really need to do in our lives according to the teachings of the church, and that is to love God and to love our neighbours, to serve God and to serve our neighbours. So to give, to serve, you basically need to have in the first place in order to give. A lot of people don't quite understand that, but you can't give what you don't have. You know, if people squeeze you, you can only give what you got inside. So if you've got love inside, if you're squeezed, you'll give out love. If you've got bitterness, sadness and disappointment inside, you'll give out bitterness to others. So it's important to first focus on ourselves, to build our capabilities, to build ourselves so we can serve each other and to serve others from a stronger platform, I guess is one way of seeing it. So we need to gain a lot, we need to build a lot in order to generate a lot and to give a lot. And to understand that there's more than enough. There is much more than enough to go around. So we need to have an abundance mindset, to think of abundance and not scarcity. There's more than enough. for each and every one of us to have all that we want in our lives is the key message that comes from this book. So what else comes from this book? He talks about the fact that we're all different. We're made different with different skills, with different capabilities, and we do things differently as well. So a man's way of doing things is a direct result of the way he thinks about things. So if you've got a positive, productive, resourceful mindset, then the way you do things is going to be a reflection of how you think about things, how you think about problems, how you think about opportunities. If you're a person who is negative, a pessimist, a person who thinks of scarcity, me against them, us versus them, not enough to get around, not enough for me, not enough for you, then you will do things and reflect your mindset, the way you think about things. So what we should do also is to consider that, sometimes we're surrounded by people who don't have the right capability in terms of their thinking patterns, and they're just reflecting those limitations, and not to be harsh on them, but just to understand that not everybody has the benefit of clear thinking and the ability to understand and to master their thoughts in order to reflect their masterful thinking and their resourcefulness. So the author gives us a call to action, and the call to action is to eliminate the thought of competition. Because if you think that you are competing against others in the world, and you're not working in partnership but in competition, then that is damaging, and that is destroying, and that will take away the value and the fulfillment that you may be able to source from the activities that you do. So let me just get out of the rain over here. I'm going to try and get under the nose of people here at Luna Park. So let me just get over here so I can get out of the elements, and we'll keep on talking. And we need to understand that we need to create, not compete for what is already created for us. Our role is to add value in every moment, in every exchange, and to have an attitude of gratitude. Faith is born of gratitude. You can't have strong faith and be selfish in the way you see the world and in the way you see yourself. So we need to consider to live with positive expectation, because things are not brought into being by focusing and thinking about their opposites. We need to think about the positives and the things that can help us achieve our outcomes. Because thoughts at the end of the day are what really bring action. Thoughts bring things to you, according to this author, and action receives it. So we need to act in order to get. It's starting to rain here, so I'm just trying to think where I can go. I'll just stay here for now and just stay out of the rain as best I can. But the author says that we need to act, and we need to act now. So need to be action oriented. So I need to fill every day and make every day a success and a productive day that leads to progress and not perfection. One of the big challenges that we will face in our lives is there are people who are perfectionists, don't actually start anything because they fear that they're not perfect. But we need to consider that the important aspect, the important point is not to be perfect, but to make progress. So let me just head over here and I'll just go under the cover there at the wharf so I don't get rained upon. So we talked about gratitude, having an attitude of gratitude, which is key. The author here goes on to tell us not to waste our time on unproductive activities, and to understand that everything in the universe is growing and expanding. I read a book by Steve Hawking, and he made the point that the universe is continuing to grow and expand every single day. And we are called to reflect that as well in terms of being part of God's creation, to continue to grow and expand and become better versions of ourselves. And the understanding of can I, constant and never-ending improvement. In order to grow and develop, the concept of can I, being able to constantly and never stopping to improve, is something that's going to enable us to incrementally grow and develop and to build a compounding improvement, a compounding outcome where everything we do leads to bigger and better advantages, and before you know it, you will be bigger, better and stronger and be able to achieve a lot more than what you're currently doing and achieving at the moment. But the author also gives us a warning, and he says that we need to be careful not to do too many things, and we need to be very selective and discerning, else we lose all and achieve very, very little. So we are given plenty of opportunities. We're given a lot in this lifetime, but it's important, as the author says, to be selective and discerning, and to focus our greatest efforts on the things that are going to deliver us, I guess, the greatest joys, but also enable us to add the greatest advantage and to do things which are going to be most pleasing to God. Anyway, this version of Jim's 5am Club is a little bit different from most, but as I say, I am an emissary. I'm a messenger, taking the messages from these authors of all these wonderful books, and Wallace Wattles, in this book, The Science of Getting Rich, has given us a few things to think about, a few lessons to contemplate, a few items to add to the known. So learning, as we've said time and time again, is the art of adding the unknown to the known. And the more we know, the more we're capable of knowing, the more we learn, the more capable we are of learning, because it's a compounding advantage. It's being able to generate and compound the advantages that we have to deliver and to snowball into bigger, brighter and better advantages for us, because if we're a bigger and better version of ourselves, we are in a position to become bigger contributors to the ones we love and the ones around us. So thank you very much, and we'll chat again. It stopped raining, thank God, and I'll head back to the car just parked around the corner. As you can see, the North Sydney pool is currently under development. Icon is the developer, the building, and I can't wait to see the new pool and the new development in this area, because I do love swimming in this pool. Normally, in the past, over the past 2 or 3 years, I normally swim in this pool on New Year's Eve. and I've done 100 laps here a couple of times. So a 5 kilometre swim, but I enjoy it, so I can't wait for it to be finished, to at least one more time in my life to have swum in this magnificent pool, which is partnered by this magnificent monument, the Harbour Bridge, the Opera House, and as you can see, we've got this brilliant sunset in the west there, and we've got the big smile of Luna Park and the shining teeth. Anyway, take care, and we'll chat again. Bye for now.